What's up, YouTube? So, I'm out, of course, 5 a.m., almost 5 a.m., walking my dog this morning, taking her for her walk. So, I want to tell you guys a story real quick about, come on, tell y'all this story real quick about this lady. Shut up. It's gonna wake up the whole neighborhood. Tell you this story about this lady, right? She a church lady. So, me and this church lady was cool. Like, was real cool. And so one night, she was telling me about how she woke up and she was having all these feelings and things. I was like, I put my phone on mute, right? I was like, okay, she having all these feelings and things. What this is all about? But then she went to get into details about how these feelings was making her body feel. I was like, hold on. I was like, you ain't supposed to be telling me nothing like this. That's inappropriate. But apparently she didn't care. Hold on, dog using the bathroom. Apparently she didn't care. So anyway, come to find out, this chick had some underlying, and I'm sorry about the shakiness of the phone, y'all, I'm walking. This chick had some underlying feelings. And I didn't know. I wasn't paying on my house. I wasn't looking at, and I wasn't looking at her like that. You know, she was like old enough to be my auntie. I was like, nah, I'm cool, I'm straight. So, anyway, she got mad with me. Like, we used to be real cool, but she stopped talking to me and got mad with me because I wouldn't comply with what she wanted. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, hold up, you can't get stuff the way you want to get it. And so I noticed stuff with her. She would always do stuff like she would try to appeal to pity by giving some sob story of how somebody treated her. It was always an issue with somebody treating her wrong and somebody doing her wrong. And I started asking her, I was like, well then, why are these people treating you so wrong? And her response was always, I don't know. And so at first I was like, I would come to her defense. And when I would come to her defense, it always ended up being a situation where I would defend her. But she started with this pattern. And she would come around and she would disappear. Then she would come around again and then she would disappear. And so this last time she came around, because I do business consulting for entrepreneurs, she wanted to start her company. So I was helping her start her company and all this crazy stuff. And so she started telling me, all these different people she was paying. She was paying all these different people. And when it came time for her to pay her bill for the company, she couldn't pay her bill. And I was like, something wrong. I'm saying, power who she is. It was always like her methodology of doing stuff was like she felt entitled. Come on, Nu. She felt entitled. And because she felt entitled, she felt like she deserved some kind of accolades or some kind of, trophy or something or another. But this shit was real crazy. Like I told her one day, I was like, you real eccentric. And she was like, no, I'm not real eccentric. But in the back of my head, everything that I know about psychology and everything that I've taken up in psychology, she was real eccentric. She was crazy. So this last time, she was like, oh, the Lord told me to give you a certain dollar amount. I was like, okay, cool. Then she ended up she got offended because that time I was dating Taylor. And so she got offended because she wanted me to show up to this conference, she wanted me to go to this event that she was having in DC with my spiritual mother. I was like, nah. It's like, I don't want to go to that. I can't go to that. I got a little stuff to do. I was in school then. So I couldn't just grab my stuff, even though she was like, well, I'm going to pay you, and get you and Taylor a room and, y'all do stuff. She wanted pretty much, now I'm your business consultant, but you want to pay me to market you. I'm not your marketer. I'm not your strategist. I'm a consultant. I deal with analytics. I deal with numbers, data, information. I deal with fixing errors. And so she wanted me to be pretty much, she wanted me to be a face for her brand. She was like, yeah, because y'all can sell the bags, y'all can do this, you can do this. I'm thinking to myself like, okay, she want me to go and, yeah, do this. You want me to work for you. That ain't how that works. And so I was like, nah, I can't do that. So she started to act a little strange and act a little funny. So she started doing stuff like, she was like, well, I'm gonna go, something about a ministry change or something. And she was like, well, I'm gonna give them the money that I was gonna give you. I was like, by that time I was livid with her. I was like, cause you lied. I was like, you lied. And good thing I'm strong in my faith, or else I'd be like, you know what, you lied. And because you lied, I can't believe nothing you say. And so, because I was like, couldn't believe nothing she said, I was like, you know what? So I was like, you lied on God. I was like, I can't believe nothing you say. You a liar. And so from that moment on, like I sent her a message. I was like, you know what? Don't come back around here no more. Delete my information. Delete me. Forget about me. And so, but anyway, we ended up never talking again, and I'm glad we never talked again. So, but the moral of the story is, y'all got to be careful with some of these church folks. These church folk crazy. I'm out.